Whenever you're ready.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay, if any of you have a taste for seafood, music, or drinks with a kick, New Orleans would be a great place for any of you to visit. It's a city that's full of culture, full of excitement, and a great place to visit. I've studied the city myself and had quite a bit of fun there, so I feel like I'm credible to talk about it. When traveling to any destination or any kind of a city, you always want to have things that will accommodate you, or things to see, things to do. New Orleans offers all of those, with a lot of history, great world-renowned cuisine, and a lot of sights and sounds that make the city famous for what it is. Any day or night of the week, you can find amazing local live music, anywhere from local jazz that thousands of people were playing in the city, to the blues. The French Quarter, of course, most of you have probably heard of. It's really famous for a lot of the music. A lot of the restaurants and the bars around the area will have live local bands in there, all the time, every night of the week. Now to get just outside the French Quarter, they have Frenchman Street. It's about a 2-block radius, and that's kind of where your more quiet, your local jazz scene, your blues will be played. No cover charge, just kind of a come and go. Feel free to in and out of all the establishments down there. Aside from the music, there's a lot of traditions obviously in New Orleans. A lot of the historic homes, the art museums and the galleries. You'll see a lot of the guys that spray paint themselves on the side of the street. They make actually really good money doing that. And they'll stand there down in the art district that's down in the market. Obviously, Bourbon Street's very famous. Anytime you go there, it's obviously a tourist town, so there's always going to be somebody on a carriage that wants to take you for a tour. A lot of famous old cemeteries. Long ago, back then, they'll take you on these cemetery tours where all the dead is buried above ground, and all the stones are above ground. So they're kind of eerie to look at, but definitely worth seeing. The Saveur Culinary Magazine cover for the April 13 issue rated New Orleans the best food city in the nation. If any of you have been there, you'll know why. Great Cajun cuisine. They're regular on the Food Network show, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, if any of you have ever seen that. Many places down there have been featured on the show. Some of them, there's a lot of lines to wait in. Mother's great jambalaya, but I stood in line for 30 minutes to eat it. It was worth it. They do serve you drinks as you're waiting in line. It's kind of the relaxed laws down there. Great po' boys sandwich shops, all featured on the show. Being in the French Quarter, they're famous for the beignets. It's just a deep fried pastry, just caked in about 3 cups of powdered sugar, but seems to be well attracted down there. And then of course the fresh seafood. Everywhere you go, there's crawfish feeds. You can always have tons of crawfish to eat. Oyster bars are very popular. All the restaurants have them everywhere through the market. You just sit down and have some raw oysters, all at market price value or market value. Obviously, one of the big celebrations in New Orleans is Mardi Gras. Kind of lets everybody fly their freak flag, so to speak, I guess. They have about 5 to 6 parades a day, mostly going through the French Quarter down Bourbon Street, where you'll see, if you haven't been there, you'll see all the balconies from all the buildings and the hotels down there with the bead throwing, and I'll keep this safe anyway. A lot of this, the drinking on Bourbon Street is due to the famously relaxed drinking laws in the city of New Orleans. They do last year round, where it's public intoxication is not legal, but drinking in public is legal. According to MardiGrasandMass.com, public intoxication is the leading cause for arrest down there, which is kind of funny with the laws because they let you do it, but they still arrest you for it. The main thing is that you'll get arrested for, according to that website, passing out on the streets and the sidewalks. There's a lot of it, and urinating outside will get you locked up pretty fast. Like I said, there's a lot of attractions and sights to see. Definitely worth visiting if you're into any sort of any sort of music or food scene. So next time you looking for a destination, I definitely recommend New Orleans.